Welcome, dear viewers. You're joining academic Dr. Lilia here on the Popular Science Encyclopedia channel for another deep dive into the world of sci-fi cinema. In today's episode, we'll be exploring the film In Time, unpacking its storyline and examining the science behind its themes. Ready to journey into the fascinating intersection of film and science? Alright, let's dive into In Time, a show that's as gripping as it is mind-bending. Imagine you're sitting across from me, and I'm about to walk you through all the nuances of this fascinating movie. Let's get started. This 2011 sci-fi thriller is one of those movies that combines a high-concept premise with some strong social commentary, so it's definitely worth exploring both narratively and scientifically. It's directed by Andrew Niccol, who also wrote the screenplay. If you're familiar with his work, you'll know he has a knack for tackling big, thought-provoking ideas. He's the mind behind Gattaca and The Truman Show. What's the story about? The world of In Time is unlike our own but eerily close in its metaphorical resonance. Imagine a society where time is literally money. People stop aging at 25, but here's the catch. They're genetically engineered to live only one more year unless they earn, or steal, more time. Your life expectancy is displayed on a glowing clock embedded in your arm, and every second is precious, spent or earned through work, trade, or theft. The story follows Will Solace, played by Justin Timberlake, a factory worker from the ghetto, or time zone, as the film calls it, where people live day to day, often running out of time and dying in the streets. Through a twist of fate, Will ends up with a century's worth of time on his clock after encountering a wealthy man who no longer wants to live. But this sudden windfall makes him a target, not just for criminals but also for the timekeepers, a sort of futuristic police force led by Cillian Murphy's relentless and morally ambiguous character, Raymond Leon. Will meets Sylvia Weiss, played by Amanda Seyfried, the rebellious daughter of a wealthy magnate who controls a massive chunk of the world's time. Together, they question the morality of a system that allows the rich to live forever while the poor literally die trying to make ends meet. Their journey becomes part romance, part heist, and part social revolution as they attempt to redistribute time to those who need it most. Why should you watch In Time? At its core, In Time is a high-stakes, fast-paced thriller. But the subtext is what makes it stand out. The film asks some uncomfortable questions about inequality, capitalism, and the value of life. It's not subtle. Niccol uses the concept of time as currency as a direct metaphor for the socio-economic divide in our world. If you're someone who enjoys movies that make you think about the bigger picture, this one's for you. The science behind the fiction. From a biological perspective, the idea of halting aging at 25 might seem far-fetched, but it's rooted in real scientific exploration. Scientists have been studying genetic and epigenetic factors that contribute to aging. The film essentially imagines a breakthrough where aging genes are switched off entirely. This ties into ongoing research on telomeres, structures at the ends of our chromosomes that shorten as we age. Theoretically, manipulating telomerase, the enzyme that maintains telomeres, could slow or stop aging, though the consequences would be far more complex than In Time suggests. But let's address the elephant in the room. Could you really embed a clock into a person's arm that tracks their lifespan? Probably not in the literal sense, but with advances in bio-integrated technology, such as implantable chips, the idea of tracking life metrics in real time isn't entirely sci-fi anymore. What the movie does well is using this tech as a narrative tool rather than getting bogged down in scientific details. Social commentary, a future we should avoid? One of the reasons this film resonates is its critique of socio-economic inequality. The division of time zones mirrors the real-world wealth gap, where the rich have access to healthcare, education, and opportunities that extend their lives, while the poor struggle to survive. The rich in the movie hoard time, ensuring their immortality while the rest live in desperation. Sound familiar? It's a not-so-subtle commentary on how access to resources is unevenly distributed in our world, with the wealthy often benefiting disproportionately from advancements in technology and medicine. The moral dilemma presented by the film, should a select few live forever while others die young, hits close to home when we think about how our resources are allocated today. It's a chilling vision of what could happen if life extension technologies become a reality but are only available to the wealthy. My takeaways. What I love about In Time is how it makes you think about the concept of time itself. In our world, time is already a currency. We trade it for money, experiences, and relationships. The movie just takes this idea to its extreme. While it's not perfect, some of the plot points can feel a bit rushed or heavy-handed. It's a movie that sparks conversation, and for me, that's what great sci-fi should do. If you haven't seen In Time, I'd recommend it not just for the sleek action sequences or the charismatic performances, but for the way it forces you to look at our world through a different lens. And who knows, it might make you appreciate your own time just a little bit more. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this content insightful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future updates. Your support means a lot. So please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I look forward to seeing you again with new and exciting videos. I'm eager to continue sharing fascinating knowledge from the captivating world of science.